Yeah, look, obviously that's pretty key with the new ball, particularly in ODI cricket when it can be tougher to take wickets through the middle period. So I thought Tay really set the tone, did extremely well. Megan Shute as well was pretty effective as well. So yeah, it's always nice to get a couple earlier. It certainly sets up the innings. Oh, I think claiming the series. I know the world record is something that's getting spoken about a lot externally. It's obviously a wonderful achievement. It's something the group is really proud of, but we want to win the series that we're part of too. And I know that we won our second game today, which has secured it for us. But I've never played an Australian team that takes the field not wanting to win the match that they're playing in. So from our point of view, we want to win 3-0, and we've got the opportunity to do that. Yeah, I think it's really pleasing. We're obviously building towards that particular event, and there's players who really want to, I guess, put their case forward and make sure they continue to perform so that they can be a part of those pretty key World Cups and those sorts of things. There's obviously another 12 months of cricket to get through now. We've got a series coming up at the start of our summer. We've got India. We've got the Ashes, and then we've got the World Cup. So it's actually going to be a really big summer for us, and we're going to need to make sure that we're building and playing good cricket at the right time. So it'll be interesting to see how the team tackles that, and also how the support staff sort of manage that as well. But from our point of view, as I said, we want to make sure we continue to win, but there's some pretty big events coming up as well. Yeah, I actually didn't feel that set all day, to be honest. It was a bit of a tricky wicket. The ball, I think traditionally, having played in New Zealand before, we expect the wickets to be a bit slower. But probably the thing that stood out this tour from my point of view is it's just holding a fraction. So you've got to make sure that you get to the pitch of the ball, all those sorts of things. Otherwise, you do end up just ballooning it in front of the wicket. And I think we've seen that is the case across both teams. If you're not quite there, a lot of catches are getting skewed to point or sort of just going straight up in the air. So that's probably one thing that stood out to me. But yeah, it was nice to spend some extra time in the middle today. And hopefully I can continue to roll on and produce some more runs in Game 3. Yeah, I think it's been really beneficial actually to come over and play at this time of year. A lot of the squad has played a lot of cricket in New Zealand, but as with any conditions in any country, they do change across the course of a summer. So, that's probably one thing that stood out to me. We know that the ball swings a little bit more here than what it does back home. But that's probably the one thing for me that stood out, is just holding a fraction than potentially what we've experienced in the past. Yeah, look, nothing surprises me that Ellyse Perry does. It's been really cool to see her build throughout this tournament. Obviously, to be back playing international cricket is a really huge achievement given the injury that she's coming back from. But I think we've sort of seen her across this series as well really, I guess, get into her work and build. There's been some really good efforts, and probably that's a bit of a highlight in terms of where she's at, and a good indication of how far she's come too. So, yeah, it was great to see her pull that off today, but by no means was it a surprise either, to be perfectly honest. But I guess as someone observing like everyone else and watching how she's come back into the game, I think she's, definitely, it's poles apart in terms of probably where she started at the start of the year. And, it's really great to see her progressing too. And I hope that she's acknowledging that within herself too, just recognising that, she's slowly getting back to probably where she wants to be. And I think she's made some really great contributions throughout this series as well. I've got no doubt that the more and more cricket she plays, she's only going to get better. Yeah, it's obviously a big motivator for us. As I said earlier, we want to make sure every opportunity we get and walk out onto the field that we're winning games of cricket for Australia. But there's no doubt, and I don't think we've shied away from our ambition to want to win that one-day World Cup. Obviously there's a lot of water to go under the bridge. It's still 12 months away. But, I think... as we've spoken about pretty openly as a team, to miss out on playing in the final in England a few years ago, it really, I guess, was a bit of a a line in the sand moment for our group and getting some clarity on how we wanted to play our cricket, and I think we've done a good job of bringing that to life, and not only that, we've seen new players come into the team as well and get opportunities at different stages. So it's going to be really exciting to think what that tournament looks like. You get to play every team, there's no pools, so I think well and truly the best teams during that tournament will get through. So we're looking forward to it, but as I said, there's still a few things to come up. Obviously we've got India, England as well, there's still a little bit of cricket to play before that tournament. We probably complement each other really well in terms of our styles. Obviously Ellyse is a bit more of the aggressor of the two of us, and I probably look to anchor the innings a little bit more. So we've got very different roles, but I think we've also played a lot of cricket together as well. We obviously opened the batting for New South Wales. We know each other's games pretty well. We sort of understand how it looks for each other too when they're playing well. So I think we have got a good relationship out in the middle, and it's nice to see us, I guess, pulling that off at this level as well. Yeah, it's a pretty cool achievement, to be honest. I think particularly for players in our generation, if I can say that, to play 200 games for your country, for her over the last probably decade or so is a pretty phenomenal achievement. And I know when people think of Midge at the moment and how she plays and how dominant she's been, that they sort of think that she's always probably had it easy and has such a natural flair, but being someone who's played alongside her for a long time, I remember early days, she was up and down the batting order, just trying to find her place in the team. So over the last couple of years, it's been really cool to see her take her game to a whole other level. She's one of the most exciting, flamboyant players and natural stroke players to watch play the game. And I know all her teammates really enjoy playing alongside her as well. So it's an awesome achievement to reach that milestone. She's now I think she's the third Australian to do it, so only Alex Blackwell and Ellyse Perry have also achieved the same feat. So I'm sure there's probably going to be a few more players who do it over perhaps the next the years to come. But it was a really cool moment for Midge today. Oh, it's well and truly absolutely to support her. And I think we've got a really good relationship, both on and off the field, but particularly around cricket, talking strategy and how the game's playing out. We regularly talk to each other during matches as well. So from my perspective, I just look to support her and the other players as much as I can. And it's been really nice to play through this period, but also see how much the team has evolved during that time as well. So it's been a really cool thing to be part of. But from our point of view, we still feel like there's some unfinished business. So, there's lots of motivation there to make sure we continue to improve and, continue to lead the team really well on and off the field.